Looking for peace, beauty, and a place that feels like home? Maybe Camp Wood, Texas is the answer. This tiny town has recently gotten a breath of fresh air. The Nueces River RV and Cabin Resort has expanded with new RV slots, high-speed Wi-Fi upgrades worth tens of thousands of dollars, freshly paved roads, and upcoming glamping plans promising a whole new level of comfort. But just beyond the gates of this polished resort lies a bitter irony. Local residents still live in deep hardship. So, what's really happening in Camp Wood? Let's take a closer look and get ready to be surprised, because I had no idea life here was like this either. Camp Wood sits hidden among Texas' dry plains and rolling hills. It's not a tourist hotspot. It's not a booming industrial town. It's a snapshot of rural America in its rawest form. Beautiful, quiet, and tough. The town covers just 0.5 square miles, all land. Its climate? Humid, subtropical. Hot, muggy summers and chilly winters. Located almost 2 hours from the nearest major city, you get there by winding narrow roads through the heart of Texas hill country. Cell service is weak. There are no malls, no movie theaters, and no urban buzz. This is isolation defined, and also what gives Camp Wood its rare, authentic charm. Camp Wood was founded in 1920 by workers of the Uvalde Cedar Company. It served as the northern terminal of the Uvalde and Northern Railroad, built to haul cedar logs out of the surrounding hills. In the 1920s, the town thrived. It got its post office in 1921, became an incorporated city by 1936, but declined when the cedar was gone and the railway ceased operations in the 1940s. One fascinating moment in its history. In 1924, a young cadet from the U.S. Army Air Service got lost mid-flight and had to make an emergency landing in the middle of Camp Wood's main street. His name, Charles Lindbergh. Yes, that Lindbergh, the man who would go on to complete the first solo flight from New York to Paris. During his short, unexpected stay in Camp Wood, he became friends with local residents. Today, his name, and that of his co-pilot, Leon Klink, are honored in a city park and a street. As you drive into Camp Wood, the first thing you'll notice are the old wooden homes, the stillness of the roads, and a quiet sense of history etched into every corner. The hills and the river in the background offer a peaceful backdrop. But the real story of Camp Wood isn't just in its landscape, it's in its people, its struggles, and the contrast between luxury RVs and aging front porches just a few blocks apart. If you think every beautiful place in Texas has already been commercialized, Camp Wood proves otherwise. Nestled along the banks of the Nueces River, known as one of the clearest rivers in Texas, this little town holds a kind of untouched charm, far from the chaos of mass tourism. Surrounded by lush green hills, crystal clear water, and sunsets that set the sky ablaze, the landscape here is nothing short of breathtaking. This is a hidden paradise where time seems to slow down and nature speaks in a language of peace and silence. At the heart of it all is the Nueces River. Whether you're swimming in natural pools like Quince, tubing down its gentle current, or just fishing under the shade of pecan trees, the river offers a pure and simple kind of joy, rural relaxation at its finest. On weekends, locals and visitors gather beneath the Highway 55 bridge for picnics, river play, or sunbathing on warm rocks. If you're planning to stay a while, there are cozy options like the family-style Woodbine Inn, cabins at Los Rios Campground, or riverside vacation homes. Even the food here carries its own charm. Try the Beast at King's Texas Smokehouse, or go for the legendary BBQ at Two Fat Boys. It's Southern comfort food that fills more than your stomach. But behind all this calm lies a long and complex history. Camp Wood and the Nueces River have witnessed the era of Spanish colonization, cultural clashes, and once served as a refuge for the Apache people. Today, this place doesn't just offer visual beauty. It connects you to the land's deeper past, to the stories that still flow with the river. This isn't just a scenic escape. Camp Wood is a soul-restoring journey, and many say it's home to the most beautiful waters in Texas. Imagine living in a place where everyone knows your name and the sound of crickets is louder than traffic. That's life in Camp Wood, a tiny town in Real County, Texas, with a population of 511 in 2023 and a median household income of $47,008. Most locals survive through small-scale farming, home repair jobs, and seasonal labor, a modest but hard-fought way of life. On one hand, rural life here offers a peaceful charm you won't find in the big cities. A close-knit community where neighbors feel like family, weekend barbecues, and quiet mornings over shared cups of coffee. It's simple, warm, and real. But behind that peace lies a darker reality. Public services are scarce. Healthcare access is limited. There's no public transportation, and even basic entertainment is hard to come by. The nearest clinic or high school could be dozens of miles away, painting a bleak picture of the town's fragile infrastructure. As of 2023, about 17.7% of Camp Wood residents live below the poverty line. Unemployment remains a challenge, and job opportunities are few and far between. This growing economic fragility adds to the town's social tension. Camp Wood isn't just fighting for basic access, it now finds itself on the front line of a growing border crisis, which only worsens residents' sense of insecurity. A tragic moment in January 2018 left a permanent scar on the town's memory. A young woman named Shauna Musquiz was killed in a shootout with a deputy at a local motel. The incident revealed more than just a violent confrontation. It exposed the psychological and economic strain many locals face, and just how weak the safety nets really are. When poverty, mental health neglect, and chronic pressure collide in a town this small, tragedy often becomes the end of the road. Lately, Camp Wood lives under a new kind of fear, a rise in illegal pursuits along the border. Residents frequently receive emergency phone alerts warning of armed individuals fleeing law enforcement. In many cases, suspects vanish, leaving only silence and anxiety in their wake. Some locals have stopped leaving their homes without a gun, a sign of how deeply fear has rooted itself into daily life, even in such a small rural place. Camp Wood has become a symbol of the forgotten American dream. A place where survival isn't just about nature, but about enduring social pressure, structural poverty, and uninvited violence. This isn't just the story of a small town. It's a harsh reflection of how inequality seeps into the very heart of rural America. Despite all the struggles, Camp Wood's true strength lies in its spirit of resilience and community. This small town in Real County, Texas, may be far from the centers of economic power, but that distance has forged its people into something stronger, self-reliant, tough, and quietly proud. Life here doesn't come with modern comforts or instant luxuries. Instead, resilience is built on three key pillars: local economic ingenuity, deep social bonds, and cultural endurance. Economically, many residents have learned to create their own paths. Some families survive through informal jobs, while others serve as local guides for visitors at Los Rios Campground, one of the town's few economic lifelines. This campground not only offers employment, but it also introduces Camp Wood's hidden beauty to the outside world. But beyond income, the heart of Camp Wood beats through its human connections. Here, neighbors aren't just people who live nearby, they're family. People share meals, fix public spaces without waiting for government help, and form bonds that hold strong even in hard times. Hope lives in simple things, in the smiles of children who keep learning despite limited resources, in the curious travelers who stop by and leave new opportunities behind, and in the dreams of young people who one day hope to return home bringing with them education and new ideas. Camp Wood doesn't have skyscrapers or glitzy theaters. It has something rarer, genuine resilience and a quiet, enduring hope. Not born from wealth, but from shared trust, hard work, and a community that never gives up.